see is your auric field in motion, which is the field of creation, eh? Aren't you glad you tuned in today to this ever clear, hazy radio network, dear? We help you get it on, even when you're not feeling too strong, or even if you are, perhaps you're arrogant as all get out and you're just saying, I know it all, don't tell me, I know it, I already know. Well, guess what, baby? If you know, well, then you must be in the flow, and you shouldn't have any difficulty at all, eh? But if you're still in pain, if you're still having aggravations in your life of one sort or another, you're still at war with the world, etc., well, darling, you better take another look inside that little book of your heart, baby. There's something there you're kidding yourself about, okay? But babies, we're all in it together. And each person has their own way. So whatever it is, it's all okay. I'm not trying to shame anybody whatsoever. Heck no. Bring you up out of that mucky old shame, okay? And get you in the flow of spring, CRICK, you know. If you're feeling grief, give yourself a great relief. I mean, embrace the grief. Understand what it is. But see beyond the lie within it. We're not separate. I remember a time not that long ago, I was hanging out there at the hot springs. I guess it's a few years back. Yeah, quite a few now, about 6, 7 years. Anyway, I'd lost my little dog the day before, my Angel. You remember her? Gosh, what a great dog. That's like losing my right arm, and I was in a lot of pain, you know. And I'm standing out there at the hot springs. I'm over there for a soak trying to give myself a little relief. Not too far from my home back then, about 30 miles. Wasn't much of a drive at all. And anyhow, I'm hanging out there at those hot springs. I decide I need to have smoke, so I go out there and stand in between the pools in a little place that looks out across the sagebrush there. And I hear a dog barking. Sounds just like, I mean, about 50 feet from me. Sounds just like Angel. And then it starts to howl like a coyote and does a little coyote song. Then it goes back to barking just like my Angel. And it came closer and closer till it was about 20 feet from me and kept on singing that song, man, and barking that dog. And I knew my dog was still with me, too. And, you know, I didn't really realize I'd have another one. I was so blue I didn't think I'd ever want another one. How you live without him? You can't, man. Dog is a human familiar, man. In other words, they remind us of what we really need to be, you know, in their own innocent way, okay? They got a lot of lessons to teach us. We got a lot of lessons to learn, you know. Well, we're all doing it together, won't you say? But there was that dog just barking at me, you know, and reminding me she's not dead. She's still alive. She's just in a different way now, you know. And I just had to go with the flow. I still went through some grief, don't you know, but that sure made it a lot easier, you know, because your own mind is kind of fixed on the idea of separation, especially when somebody passes on, you know. And man, we've lost a lot of people in the years I've been around. A lot of really sweethearts have checked out early for one reason or another, just like my little Angel did. But at this stage of the game, man, I don't feel it like I did even a few years back. The grief doesn't hit me so hard anymore because I know how to tune in to that flow and even talk to those people or beings or whoever it might be on the other side of this seeming reality, you know. And so do you, baby. It's in all of us, man. It's a part of the flow. It's how we go, don't you know? Yeah. Old Grandpa helping you get it clear here, dear. Big hugs all the way around for what you've been through and for what you're going through and for what we are. Let's let it come forward. See with your third eye as well as your two eyes. Feel with your heart. Be with your heart. Know with your heart. Flow with your heart. And you move beyond trust to the real world of love, where everything is just last night, but when I woke up today, I was feeling, wow, what is this expansion? What is this play coming into play here today? I felt a great sadness, a great, I don't know, like somebody really cool had passed to the other side, but then I began to realize it was what was here on this side. And I was just beginning to deepen and appreciate my love of the individual persons in this life and how much they contribute. to the wellness of the whole by going real slow and taking it all on themselves, the burdens and blessings too, man, whatever it is that you do, each one of us too, man. So I don't mean to say you, us is the better terminology. Because we're all in it together. We all go through the same weather, and we all live under the same sun, as the Scorpions have told us many times before here on this hazy radio network with Grandpa Coyote, standing here on the sweet shores, well, maybe even immersing ourselves in the stream of life here at Spring Creek. The time of your life, the fullness of your expressive love, baby. Coming to you clear here, dear, on this hazy radio network, because we care, babies. How about you? You care a little bit too? Well, let's just keep on pulling through and showing others what to do by doing what we do, okay? Because that's the way, man. When the burdens become your blessings, you're starting to get past the confessing. You don't need to do it anymore. You just let yourself go with that flow, the flow of the heart, the stream of love, the stream of life that carries us along. And it's automatically known as you unify inside your soft, sweet little hive. All these aberrant energies that seem to pull you one way and another and another and another. All these crazy ideas that come through, especially when you're feeling blue, but even when you're happy too, man. Whole life can pull you in some pretty sweet ways and pretty sad ways. Well, you just never know what you're going to get day to day, moment to moment. Now, do you accept that you do? Because you're creating it not just for you, but for all these others too. Because at that soft, sweet little baby level, man, you realize we're all in it together. Even though when that babyhood, folks around you couldn't understand that, man, even though you did. And guess what? You've held that understanding in your heart ever since then. No matter what, quote, quote, they did to you, you created that experience for the benefit of others, no matter what it is. And if you think about it, give yourself a little time looking at it through them heart's eyes, well, maybe you'll find a big surprise, eh? You'll see what really is going on here, man. What a champion you are, dear, and why I was shedding so many tears on this beautiful 3-day Friday. Seeing everybody and the price they pay, the duty, the spiritual obligation, which is no obligation at all, you see. You're just fulfilling your role here in the 3D and beginning to understand it, too. You know, I used to get a little frustrated in the way back when, because some people would catch on right away, and other people, you couldn't even hardly talk to them about it, okay? And it's still that way today. But see, I see the flow now. I've lived long enough to see what happens when you share the wealth. When you just, let it go and let be who you are and share what you are in this reality, which is a caring person, basically, but a person that sees beyond this cruel-hearted reality. And babies, as long as you're treating others in a good sort of way, the way you want to be treated, okay. I hate to use that old terminology, but it's so perfect, eh? Thank you, William Shakespeare, a.k.a. Francis Bacon, eh? Think about it, babies. You might figure that one out in a little while. But anyway, just hanging in there and giving a shit, man, because we are the stuff that life is made of, and we carry our burdens and our blessings, and happily so at that soul level. We just have a lot of difficulty getting through them here sometimes, dear. And sometimes it's just so smooth. Well, that's when you're getting in that flow. That's when you come to know what that flow is and how good life really wants to treat you. Because it's you seeing and being what you do. See, what you perceive, that's what's real for you, man. That's the deal. I know you hear me say that often here, but guess what, dear? It's got to sink in somehow, eh? Else you'll never get it underway. It's beautiful, sweet-hearted, 3-day Friday. View it the expansive way, and you've got it okay. Let your third eye help you. A third eyes, really, because you got a pair of them up there. Anyway, let those third eyes unify with your heart and soul, because they are anyway already, don't you know? And activate that energy, baby. Setting yourself free. Oh, darlings, I think the Commodore's got a place for us to go today. Sailing away across the universal skies, wouldn't you say? Oh, baby, let's take it away, okay? Oh, baby, baby, of course, man. Sweet little Amy Grant, who in her young innocent days and her young innocent ways, but when she changed good, didn't she? Came right around to this side of town, says, hey, I'm tired of being the clown. There's more money in this reality than that one over there. Nah, I think her change was sincere, don't you? Here, speaking about sincerity, dear, I'm saluting you here with my little Coyote Club mug, the one that says the Atomic Bum on it. It's got the cover of the Atomic Bum impressed right upon the cup. Ooh, I love that thing, man. Maybe you should get a copy of Atomic Bum and reread it again, eh? Sure would help me along the way. Oh, baby, I'm just fooling with you a little bit. Here's to your heart and your sweet love, too. Whatever way it chooses to express itself, okay? And even when you got obsessions, don't let them get in your way. See that it is an obsession and be okay, you know, and do what you got to do to assuage that feeling, too. You'll find out what's real and what's right, and you won't be obsessed anymore. That's right. You see, it's real easy to develop obsessions because that's distraction from our action, Jackson. And we don't get to play that way no more. Because you got tuned into Spring Creek here, baby. And that's helping you get it clear along with a whole lot of others here on this hazy radio network. Spring Creek, the rockinest little radio show you'll ever come to know, love, and trust as if it is your mother. Because it's, you know, Mary Jane through me, old Grandpa, don't you see? Herself in himself, himself in herself, expressing herself in himself too. Set yourself free, and you never ever will feel blue, but you'll sure see a lot of it around you, let me tell you. So you'll be feeling that kind of blue, but not the depression, okay? That will have found another way, another day. Because, you know, we only use so much of that to get ourselves past whatever it is we need a little comfort in, you know what I mean? You know, when somebody passes away, let's say, or leaves you, you know, rather cruelly, let's say, whatever, you know, just something like that tragic like that happens, and there you are feeling blue and depressed, and you're going, oh, wow, man, but see, you're just giving yourself comfort, giving that place of pain, the pain a place to express itself. Making room for what's inside of you, all of you. See, so you're embracing all aspects in that way. But you're only focused on one little part of yourself when you're blue, but you're letting that affect all of you, see. And it'll get you physically. It'll take you right down. You know, you've been around long enough to see that effect. I'm sure you have. But there is comfort in it. There is a release of pain, see. That's another aspect. That's another reason we go there as persons, you see. But ultimately, we learn that it's far better to live ecstatically. But we have to get beyond the idea that we've done anything that would prohibit us from that. You see, as long as they can get you to take it personally and see it personally, darling, you're in a trap. You're in a little hypnotic trap that says it's just you. And what you've done and what you create, that's your own damn fault, etc., and so on. In other words, it's a blame game. You know, with shame and guilt built right into it, which leads to frustration, which leads to hostility, which can and often does lead to violence against others. And hence you got a crazy world with people that can be tricked into going overseas and killing folks. And stuff like that for no good reason other than somebody's making money on it. Somebody's getting their jollies on watching other people die horribly and stuff like that. It makes no more sense than that, does it? See? But it's all a part of our experience in this reality, you see. And baby, if they can get you to do that, then they got you trapped for life because they got you programmed right into it. And now you'll be tormented by what you've done there forever, and you will take it personally. It's such a heavy weight, it's a rare being that can overcome it and actually have some peace in their life. I mean, you get a little bit here and there, thank goodness you wouldn't get through it all. But I'm talking about that peace that really settles in you and makes you feel ecstatic in a calm sort of way. We get that way day after day here, Tuesday through Friday. Well, we try anyway. It's Tripping Tuesday. Don't blame me if your trip's different than everybody else's. Okay? It's the same trip anyway. That's what makes it a trip, man, is we experience it so personally, but the whole idea is to see the person of the universe in your person, to let go of this individuated idea that we're isolated in any way, or that we're even, a molecule is unique from another molecule. A bird, two of them sitting side by side are not identical, etc. Flowers, the whole field of flowers, and not one of them is identical to the other, though they all have the same characteristics. That's just the unique nature of life. But all of that, one flower in the field don't make the field, yet it is the field. You see, it feels the whole field. It is the whole field. One flower. Yet all flowers express that one flower. It's the life in all of them. That's why they have similar characteristics. Kind of wild when you go around it that way, isn't it? Oh, baby, and it's getting late in the day, and I want to play. How about you, man? So let's go out in the field of flowers today and surround ourselves with the soft, sweet fragrance of a few bee stings and have a good time, huh? I hope there's bees there. I know we've been doing that too. See, you can't neglect the 3D. You got to resist where you can, or work to change it, man. But at the same time, see where the real energy is, the real power is, and see yourself redreaming it. See yourself, your eyes, your heart, your mind, all coming together as a cohesive tool of the universe. A tool in the heart of the universe. The hands of the heart of the universe are your hands. Do you know that? And everybody else's too. There's one life in all of us. One beautiful, sweet life. It can make us feel it personally. But don't take it personally, you see? Take it as it really is. Let yourself grow beyond the snotty little children we've been. And let ourselves grow back into ourself again. I call her Mary J., but you call it what you will. It's the mother and father as one unit in all of creation. One heart in every life that lives. One life living in everything. Hey, babies, you want to tune in tomorrow? Wowzer Wednesday coming up here at Spring Creek, the rawkinest radio show. Oh, babies, don't you know? From the beginning and then some. Through the heart of Grandpa Koyote, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the one life in all, sweet Mary J., okay? Oh, baby. 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Adjust your clocks accordingly. We'll see you tomorrow, babies. Oh, love you so, don't you know? But sometimes I wonder. Oh, I'm just fooling around. Just a little clown that I am, eh?